Another memory I have from my first year in Jamaica was being absolutely puzzled by how important sports were in Jamaica. I mean, I'd grown up here in the U.S. and I'd played t-ball and I'd played Little League, and I'd seen a few baseball games. My dad would occasionally watch them, but my family wasn't big sports people. And I moved to Jamaica, and I remember that within a few weeks of being there, there was something called a test match for cricket. Now, cricket was a totally new sport to me. I had no idea what that meant. But I very quickly found out that a test match meant that there was going to be 5 days of games. Well, actually, I think it was only one game. Maybe it was several, I don't remember. But anyway, but a test match is 5 days where these two countries are playing against each other for 5 days straight. And cricket is an all-day game. They take breaks. They have a tea time. This was unfathomable to me, that you could have a game that you're standing around a lot of the time, and that it goes on for 5 days. And the worst part of it as a kid, a 10-year-old kid, was there were only, when we first moved to Jamaica, the first year we were there, was only one television channel on the island. Do you know what it played for those 5 days? Cricket. So all the cartoons, which weren't fantastic, but they were something, those were canceled. I think they came on with the news in the evening, but basically cricket was on the only channel. And I remember just being boggled, like, who could want to watch a sport that long? And then there was sports day. We'd never had any kind of field day at the elementary school I went to, but in Jamaica, they had something called the sports day, where your school, you were expected to show up and you were expected to compete. And your school was divided into different houses. If any of you have read Harry Potter, you'll recognize that concept, but it's basically teams for the school. And you were expected to compete for your team, and it was a big deal if you won. And I was not a runner. I was the shortest student in my class for many years. And I just had, like, this was the first time we'd ever had a sports day. And meanwhile, we had to go to school in our sports day uniform, which was different than our regular uniform. And we were expected to be a part of things. And I don't even think I'd hardly ever run a foot race. But this was like the event for the school. Okay. And then when we attended camps at the Bible camp that our church was running, when we had camps in the afternoon, it was sports time. And then the Friday, there was a sports day at camp. And again, all these foot races, brand new to me, that I'd never seen before. But sports was life. And it was all about sports. And every kid in Jamaica, all the boys especially, because the girls weren't really supposed to play sports, they were supposed to kind of sit back and do quiet things when I first moved there. But that started to change by the time we left. But all the boys were playing soccer or cricket whenever they had a spare minute with whatever ball and equipment they could come up with.